Welcome to Reviews, Hits, and a Piece of Cake. Let me entertain you. Just sit back, relax, enjoy it. Okay? Let me entertain you. No. No. Am I too hype? I think I'm just a little bit too hype.
A nigga jury real metal like a can no bleak. I went from rag to riches to a feature with tip. I went from smart car to a bitch with some smart lips. And that
Welcome back to Reviews, Hits, and a Piece of Cake. I'm Shauna, episode 9. We made it to episode 9. I'm so happy about this. Like 9 episodes to it. So I have Insecure that I wanted to talk about first, but I'm gonna do I'm gonna do it another way. So the Rail show. We talked about the pilot a couple of episodes ago, and the pilot was great. So this episode is season 1, episode 2, which is this episode. We already know that Rail is currently like experiencing a divorce with his wife, and he has a separation from his kids. So now he's just getting used to being on his own now. And this episode, mind you, is a sitcom. A whole bunch of gang members like fellowshipping the community laundry room for the apartment complex, and all his friends. He had like 3 friends. Everybody tried to go down there and try to get his clothes out of the dryer, but you got a whole bunch of gangsters in there that, you know, they're scared to go inside, or something always happens when they come back upstairs. So Real finally goes down by himself, and he finally gets his clothes with Real addressing the leader of the gang about how bad the violence and the crime rates are in Chicago, because you know the show is based out of Chicago. You know, he finally addresses like it's so much death going on, gang related deaths and unnecessary stuff, especially for our black community. So he basically just dropped some gems on him, and I truly enjoyed it. I really like Sinbad is in it. You got Lil Rel, just hilarious. She originally started from Instagram, so to see her on Fox is just absolutely inspiring. And then you have the Carmichael gentleman, he's on there as well, and it's a great cast and was very funny, and I just really look forward to watching the rest of the season. So that was great. Get Away with Murder. So I told y'all last episode that I was trying to binge watch seasons 1 through 4, and I was able to catch up, and so I was finally able to see season 5, episode 1. And this is just a quick rundown of all the characters. You know, Laurel, I'm saying her name so wrong. She got her son back. Her and what's the guy name? Delfino. Frank. Him and Frank are together. And you know, he proposed and she declined for whatever reason. And Elise is working for a new firm, and she has funding for her clinics that she does every semester for her students. That's awesome. We got I don't know the gentleman name, but he's new to the series. He's such a little cutie. But he got a story, and of course they're gonna add on to them. Asher, that used to go with Michaela, he didn't get picked to be a part of the clinic. You know, Annalise picks like 25 students to be a part of the clinic for the for the semester, and he didn't get picked because he's still going through a breakup, and he's still being vindictive, you know, against Michaela. So she like, you're not even focused, so how can you be a lawyer, better yet, a better man? So that was that. And Oliver and Connor's getting married. That's the gay couple on the series, which Connor was always my favorite. Whoever, I don't know his real name that plays that character, and Oliver has always been I don't know neither of their real names, but they're both amazing actors, and they do an amazing job. I mean, that whole cast. Shonda, Grey's Anatomy is back 15 years in. Episode 1, we have 2 new doctors, don't know their names. one of them probably most likely is going to start dating Meredith, but who knows. Meredith is a workaholic. You know, after Derek died, after her kids are getting older, they're still children, but you know, she don't have to tend to them as much. You know, Amelia is with Owen, and Maggie, you know, her sisters. Maggie is with Jackson, so she really, you know, all she has is work. So she's finally realizing that she's a workaholic, and she's going through this transition. Maggie and Jackson are going strong. He finally admitted that he's in love with her, which I'm rooting for this couple. So I hope Shonda, the writers, keep it great. They can have arguments and shit, but I don't want them to break up. I would love to see them flourish as a couple. Teddy's back. Teddy came. You can't ask me what season Teddy came in at, but Teddy came in. Because he thought he was having these moments, and she's been in love with Owen for years, probably a decade, and he finally goes to see her because him and Amelia was breaking up and they were having problems, and he was trying to discover who he was really in love with. So he goes to see Teddy. They have sex, of course. Teddy comes back. Teddy's pregnant. And Bailey, you know, Bailey is the chief. So Bailey offered her a job. And yeah, and she's pregnant. And she sees that, like, Owen and Amelia decided to work it out, and they're in love with each other, and they realizing that they have feelings for each other. So now she don't know what the fuck she wants to do. Now she don't know what she want to do. So this is the first step. Definitely excited about that. I'm really rooting for Jackson and Maggie. Of course. Insecure is over. They had 8 episodes this season. Celebrating Issa's birthday. And Issa is, you know, I don't know how old she is. I don't think that really matters. But I know she's like early 30s. And Kelly and Molly, they do something special for her. They take her to go see one of her favorite movies at this like movie festival outside. And Lawrence is there. And of course they run into each other, and you know, it's good to see them interacting. I don't think they know what they want with each other, and I really don't think that it's as deep as it's portrayed. It's probably just them two exes getting along. Nathan shows back up. You know, Nathan been ghost for the last 2-3 episodes. So he comes back with some flowers, and Molly sends him away before Issa could even see him. Which, when it happened, I was like, Issa gonna be mad. And she ended up being mad when Molly told her that he showed up. And Issa gives Molly a reality check when she tells him, like, you know, he showed up. Because she was like, why didn't you tell me? That's my nigga. I make that decision. And she finally tells Molly, like, you've been negative Nancy since you broke it off with Dro. And she finally realizes that, you know, sometimes when you go through a breakup, you change as a person. Even it was too much feelings and history involved for her to get over Dro as easy as any of us can expect, even though he was married. But at the same time, you cannot let that nigga just make you become a negative ass person if that's not who you are. Because Lawrence, you know, especially, and a lot of us do this, single men and women that don't have any kids, that's career driven, and that kind of have an idea what they want out of life. They feel like, okay, I don't have baggage, so I don't want a woman or a man with baggage. Nearly impossible. Everybody has baggage, whether you have kids or not. You're not perfect. So he had a reality check because he thinks that he should be able to date a woman that don't have any baggage. But no, that's not how it works. So he's giving another woman a chance. Issa is being inspired again to do this whole project after Nathan left. It was nobody really inspiring her to do the project that she wanted to do. So, you know, she's inspired after she went to the festival, and it was really for black people, and it's just black people coming together, fellowshipping, watching a good movie outside, you know, on lawn chairs. And she was like, okay, if somebody can pull this off, maybe I can pull off my event. And, you know, it ended with her and Nathan, you know, Nathan coming to her house, and he explained to her what happened. And essentially he got down on himself, and he tried to explain, like, I was going through something. He ended up going back home to try to figure out some things. And she was like, no, nigga, that's not enough. So you gotta give me some time to think about it. Because when shit get hard, you can't just go running back home thinking that that's where you're gonna find all your answers. So yeah, it ended very well, very clean. It was a great season, and I'm so mad that it was so short. It felt so rushed. But overall, I'm so excited about season 4. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be renewed. And yeah. Okay. The hit of the week is "Shining" by DJ Khaled featuring Jay-Z and Beyonce. And I just feel like overall, all 4 shows, especially the main characters, you got Issa, you got Meredith, you got Rel, and you have Annalise, and all of them are transitioning, and I think that's what makes the show so great. But it's so relatable in so many ways, because you know, when you go through a divorce, when you going through a breakup, when you're finding a new job, and all these major events happening in your life, it's like, okay, I'm transitioning, I'm changing, I'm growing, I'm evolving. So with "Shining," it's like, you know, despite everything going on, money can't make me happy. I'm smiling throughout all 4 seasons, because I'm able to grow and embrace my growth. I'm able to go through a tragedy and embrace that. I'm able to go through a trauma and learn from it. I'm able to go through a breakup and take some lessons from it. And when you do that, you be sitting back and you be like, because each one of these characters have gone through tragedy, traumas, breakup, job changes, major events in their lives, and how they could manage to, you know, end up on top. Or not even necessarily on top, just not letting the shit break you. Like, I'm shining regardless of whatever's going on around me. And the season, the season ended with Issa, after her and Nathan spoke. She ended up going back home, and she just ended up unpacked, because, you know, she moved into her own apartment after she moved out of Dane's house. But she still had boxes. She still ain't, you know, organized her house. And after her and Nathan talked, she was like, all that stressing I was doing about that nigga, you know, she went on a new job interview. She's inspired again, and she didn't even need that nigga to inspire her again. And it felt good for her to just unpack, unwind, drink some wine, put on her favorite record, and just shine, because it's all about her. And I don't think we understand how valuable we are as people, you know, especially when we go through stuff that we necessarily don't deserve. And we experience it, and we feel like sometimes it's gonna break us, but it just makes us stronger, and it makes us bad bitches, and it makes us greater men. And you're always gonna be fine. You have to believe that you're gonna be okay, and you're gonna be shining. Episode 9. I can't believe it. Thank you. I might cry next week when we do episode 10. See you back for episode.
friends at the grocery store, they stuff with ladies. Hey, she try make the extras, I tell on these bitches. Hey.